Welcome to Think Winning. Today we're going to talk about Robert Greene's controversial book, The Art of Seduction. Despite its reputation as a guide for sociopaths, there are some tried and true methods in there that can actually help spice up your relationships and keep the love alive. Some of the rules can come across as harsh and manipulative, but if you take a step back and look at them objectively, you'll find ways to apply them subtly and reinvigorate the positive feelings and interests you share with your partner. Understanding human nature and what makes someone feel special is crucial to maintaining a long and interesting relationship. So I've picked out 7 of the 24 rules of seduction that are particularly effective and can be applied in any relationship if you want to keep the love alive. These are the rules you will want to employ, so let's dive in. Rule number 1, create a false sense of security. Are you tired of being rejected by your crush or potential partner? Have you ever thought about creating a false sense of security to make them fall for you? Well, Robert Greene, the master of seduction, suggests just that. He advises against being too direct, and instead recommends approaching your target indirectly at an angle. The key is to avoid stirring up resistance early on. If you come on too strong, your target will put up their defenses and never let them down. Instead, you must slowly and subtly infiltrate their life. Almost like a stealthy spy, you can use a third party to get closer to your target, or cultivate a seemingly neutral relationship that gradually evolves into something more. Once you've made your way into their world, the next step is to lull them into feeling secure. This is where the real art of seduction comes in. You want your target to feel comfortable and safe around you so that they let their guard down. This false sense of security will make them more susceptible to your advances, and you'll be able to strike when the time is right. But be warned, this is a delicate balance. You don't want to wait too long, or your target may lose interest or become too comfortable in their own light. On the other hand, if you strike too soon, you risk scaring them off or being seen as too aggressive. The key is to read the situation carefully and know when the time is right. Creating a false sense of security can be a powerful tool in the art of seduction. With patience, subtlety, and a bit of cunning, you can win over even the most resistant of targets. So why not give it a try and see where it takes you? Just remember to always use your powers for good and never for evil. Rule number 2, enter their spirit. As Nin de L'Enclos put it, women are most comfortable with those who take chances with them and enter into their spirit. But what does that even mean? It means that instead of being stubborn and isolated in your own world, you need to open yourself up to really understanding the way your partner sees the world. By entering into their world, you can make them feel like you truly get them and have them open up to be completely comfortable around you. So, how do you enter their spirit? You mirror their personality, adapt to their moods, and make an effort to understand what they like and don't like. This way, you can learn to enjoy what they enjoy and match your goals with theirs. By doing this, you can avoid any misunderstandings and arguments that often stem from stubbornness. Once you can genuinely see the way they see things, you can open up your vulnerabilities and nature to them, making it easier for them to understand the air of mystery surrounding you. This doesn't mean you should fake who you are. Authenticity is key. What it means is that by understanding the nature of your partner, you can create a more fluid dynamic where they are more willing to understand your own nature. So, enter their spirit and watch your relationship flourish. Rule number 3, pay attention to detail. Words can be powerful, but they can also be empty if not backed up by actions when it comes to love. Gestures speak louder than words. It's easy to say I love you, but it takes effort and attention to detail to truly show it. Small gestures of affection can make a huge impact. Whether it's a thoughtful gift or a surprise dinner cooked just for them or a relaxing massage, these little details show that you are paying attention to your partner's wants and needs, and that you care enough to go out of your way to make them happy. When your partner does these things for you, it shows that they value you and are invested in the relationship. It's not about grand, sweeping gestures, but the little things that make all the difference. These gestures make love feel real and meaningful, and they are the foundation of a strong and lasting relationship. So if you want to show your love, pay attention to the details. Listen to your partner, notice what makes them happy, and go out of your way to do those things for them. It's the actions, not just the words, that will truly make your love shine. Rule number 4, poeticize your presence. We are creatures who yearn to soar among the heavens, to be seen not as mere animals but as divine beings in the game of love. This desire for transcendence often manifests itself as a need to be seen as valuable and alluring in the eyes of our partners. But here's the thing, when we make ourselves too available, when we become too embedded in our partner's routine, we risk losing that aura of mystery and enchantment that makes us so desirable. It's a paradoxical truth, but the more we're around, the less interesting we become. So if you want to keep the flame of desire burning bright, you need to strike a delicate balance, be present enough to show your partner that you care, but also make yourself absent enough to create that sense of longing and anticipation. Give them the space to miss you, to yearn for your touch and your presence. Remember, absence truly does make the heart grow fonder. So don't be afraid to let your partner miss you a little. By doing so, you'll become a shining star in their eyes, a beacon of beauty and mystery that they can't help but be drawn to. Rule number 5, prove yourself. Do you feel like you're stuck in a relationship rut? It's time to turn up the heat with some good old-fashioned seduction. And what better way to do that than by proving your love for your partner? According to Robert Greene, nothing raises the temperature of a relationship quite like a challenge. By proving yourself and showing your partner that you love and care for them, you're inviting them to do the same, and that's when things really start to sizzle. But how do you go about proving yourself? Well, there are 2 ways. The first is through spontaneous actions, like going above and beyond to help your partner when they're in need. The second is through planned deeds, like organizing a surprise trip or building a handmade gift. The key is to strike a balance. You don't want to make grand gestures all the time or they'll lose their impact. Instead, save them for special occasions or when you really want to show your partner how much you care. Remember, it's not just what you do that matters, but how you do it, so rise to the occasion and prove your love to your partner. You might just be surprised at how much it heats things up between you. Rule number 6, mix pleasure with pain. Are you tired of being the nice guy or the nice girl in your relationships? While kindness is a wonderful quality to have, being overly nice can lead to a monotonous relationship dynamic. You might come off as insecure and inauthentic. Trying too hard to please your partner, it's important to stand up for yourself and your own views, even if it means providing constructive criticism to your partner. This can be uncomfortable and even painful, but it's necessary to create a deeper connection and understanding in your relationship. Don't be afraid to create some pressure and tension in your relationship. It's in those moments that you can truly grow and understand each other. So, mix pleasure with pain and remember, pressure makes diamonds. If you want a healthy and growing relationship, avoid being too nice and start mixing complimentary language with blunt, straightforward insight. Rule number 7, keep them in suspense. If you want to keep your seductive spell firmly intact, you must avoid becoming predictable at all costs. Once people feel like they've got you all figured out, they lose interest and take back control. And we certainly can't have that, now can we? No, my dear friend. The only way to keep the upper hand is to keep them on their toes with calculated surprises. You have to do something they never expected from you. It's a thrill for them, a sense of spontaneity that they simply can't resist. They'll be left wondering what you'll do next. And that's exactly where you want them, one step behind you, never quite able to catch up. Imagine the power you'll have when you're always one step ahead, calling the shots and pulling the strings. It's a seductive dance, and you're leading every step. And the best part, you can give your victim a thrill with a sudden change of direction. It's like turning on a dime, leaving them breathless and begging for more. So go ahead, my friend. Keep them in suspense. Give them a thrill they'll never forget. Thank you for watching, and I hope you found these 7 rules from Robert Greene's The Art of Seduction helpful in improving your relationships. Remember, relationships are a constant work in progress and require effort from both parties. By applying these rules, you can create a more fulfilling and positive dynamic with your partner. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. For more informative content like this, also, feel free to leave a comment down below on what other topics you would like us to cover in our future videos. Thank you again for watching and see you in the next one.